I picked Matthew 21:22, and I thought it kind of was interesting because it really shows that if you believe, then like if you have some sort of faith in God, then he'll be there.
Hebrews 13:5, like to not have money be your only thing to rely on, and that God's always with you. You're tempted to rely on money, but like you should. I've always kind of wanted to have like nice stuff kind of thing, but I mean I don't need it, so that kind of made me think of that.
My verse is John 13:7. It's Jesus answered, "You do not know now what I am doing, but someday you will understand." During COVID, like there was so much unknown, and even still now, there's so much unknown. So I just kind of found comfort in it. Like God has a bigger plan than this, and it's gonna like work out. I really like that it says Jesus answered, not just Jesus said, because it sounds more like conversational and friendly, not just like Jesus is just like telling us commandments all the time. It's just more like a reminder that like you can have a conversation with God and Jesus. It doesn't just have to be like, do this, do that, don't do that, you know.
I would choose my group leader, Tawny, because we learn and discuss about all our faith and stuff during small groups.
My grandma has influenced my faith the most. She's always reminded me of how much I'm loved by God and everyone else. And she's always looking on the bright side and putting a smile on everybody's face. She's always like, you are so loved by God. Like before I go to bed every night, you are so loved by God, so loved by everyone, so you should never feel like you are alone. Reminders like that.
In confirmation, it would be my leader, Michelle.
I think our small group leader, Michelle, has really influenced my faith. I've grown a lot in faith through confirmation.
She always asked our questions. There's never stupid questions. She always explained very well.
And she just really challenges us with the questions that she asks.
She was always like there for anything, even if it was outside of church and we just needed to talk.
And really gets us thinking about our relationship with God and how we want our faith to look.
She explains everything, and she always says her opinion and her take on the stuff.
Every day she comes and she's happy and she's ready to talk about her relationship with God. She doesn't really hide anything from us.
And like supported us and encouraged us to go up and beyond.
She just kind of lays it all out for us to see.
Definitely when I'm out in nature. I love nature and just feel like this is definitely God's creation and it's just amazing to look at. I just feel like I feel whole. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like an amazing feeling. So I just love going out in nature because this is just that unique feeling that I feel whenever I'm out there.
Well, one thing is like just, I wouldn't say coincidences, but like things that you just find are like really pretty outside or something, or like something just kind of happens like a certain way. I'm not really sure how to explain it. Almost feels that like his light is shining on us, kind of.
Most I feel is like on mission trips all the time when we're helping other people. It helps me feel God and it makes me feel good. And also at Sugar Creek, he's always present there and he feels present. And yeah, that's another good place. It feels just more relaxing and a bunch of like stuff you were worrying about gets like off your mind and you're just worrying about what's going on in the moment and thinking about God and stuff like that.
I think at Sugar Creek I felt really connected. Like, I don't remember the actual name of it, but the big bluff that we would climb when we were on top of there, we would take classes sometimes. And when I was there, I really felt like I could feel it somehow.
There was a time my mission trip to Duluth was one of the times that I was really close to God because it was a chance I could really put my faith into what I was doing every day. And so because me personally, I worked with people that were elderly and they truly like knew God. I feel like they kind of expressed that they knew God a little bit because they had lived in his faith. And so I tried to explain or tried to use God to kind of help me through those times when things got frustrating or things weren't going as well as we wanted them. And even on that entire trip, just being with the people from First Lutheran and just being present with God, it was really just a time that I felt closest to him.
In my small groups, we talk about our everyday lives and our highs and lows and God and how he's involved with us in our everyday lives. My small group has also been helpful to me because it has helped me be more open and to open up around others and about other things.
My small group was really helpful to me. Well, we got really close, and obviously we grew through faith together, so it's like that really draws you to each other. It was just amazing. We got to experience so many different things. We did the ringing bells for the Salvation Army together, and I remember this one activity we did with shoes, where we all picked up a different shoe that we were the most attracted to, and we all talked about how we have different shoes, but we're all walking with God. Although our shoes look different and are different, we're still all walking with God, and he's leading us. And I don't know, it was really nice to have a group too every Wednesday. I'm a pretty busy girl, so it's nice to just get to calm down and have a second to talk with everyone about life and about faith and stuff like that.
Most likely it was probably our last little meeting when I was in 8th grade before Christmas break. We were all just kind of messing around and chatting with each other, and that was pretty fun.
Dr. Nash.
David Nash.
Yep, we do like Dr. Nash.
I think he's a really good guide because it's just been a lot of fun with the guys in our group, connecting and talking and learning about God and having some fun at the same time.
We just kind of talk about something random when we walk in. The guys don't really have any real say about that. It's just a conversation that sparks something, just kind of let it happen. And as the minutes go by, they kind of add their input and draw it back to something related to the church or God, and show how anything that we can talk about just as a group of friends kind of relates back to that.
It's important because you discuss your faith with other people and you're really open about it, and that's a good thing.
And so it's just a normal conversation. It could be about Play-Doh that we find in the kindergarten room, or about random hats we find in the hallway right here. And we'll just start talking about it, and then slowly you'll get drawn back to God.
I also think it's good to connect with new people that maybe you haven't met before.
And our group is pretty nice, where it is just a big group of friends, I think. And we're not all in the same group at school, but we can just come together and be.
There's a couple guys in our group that I haven't even known at all, different schools and stuff. And now we're pretty close, which is pretty nice.
I'd say it kind of changes day by day. It's not, I don't know. Faith really isn't a static thing, it changes. It's not unwavering, moments of doubt and stuff. And I think really, like I said, just be a good person. It's help out people, just be kind.
I'd say believing in his existence and believing in his lessons and following after him. He's nice to everyone. He's always helping people.
I think being a follower of Jesus means worshiping God and praising God, and just knowing that he loves you he really, really does. That he's there to care for you and just help you throughout your whole life. Nobody cares about you as much as he does. It doesn't matter what path you go on, he'll help you steer down the right one.
I think that being a follower of Jesus means to always trust in him completely and basically let him lead the path of your life. Even if you're scared, trusting him in those times when you're scared or lonely or afraid. Yeah, just letting him lead you and guide you, like reflecting his traits. So just being like a loving, kind person. So.